What's going on? So today I want to talk to you about something that's very instrumental that like a lot of, I don't even say a lot, but a few guitar players made really famous was the swell. So a lot of time when it comes to Christian music or gospel music, whatever, the guitar player can really just swell into something and really just change the overall dynamics. And it's not about you have to do every single chord, but like picking out certain notes to really accent stuff that's going on in a song is really important. So I want you to learn the art of the swell. It's really important because again, this is one of those things that as a guitar player, you're like the only one that can really do it, that can like sell this particular aspect of a song. So I want you to really focus and really like really trying to hone in and learn this particular skill, because it is something that is really important. That you can do it in worship music, you can do it in like all different styles of music, but it really works really well with gospel because it's just one of those things where you're just a presence and emotional kind of thing that you can think of that happens in the music that you can sell as a guitar player. So let's take a listen to this song. It is How Great Is Our God, and I just want you to like listen. Let's start at the beginning. So we're listening. As a guitar player, I'm listening for my spots. There's like I'm looking for the open areas. Okay, there's like a little bit of open area right here. Do a little bit right here. Finding those different spots. Like let it breathe, but just like that aspect of like learning how to do that. Well, so let's just talk about how we do that, right? So some people use their volume. I'm not a real big volume person. I like to use the foot, like as far as like if you have like a volume pedal, because it can do the same thing. So I can keep my volume all the way up, but I allow the volume pedal like to make the swell for me, and I add a little bit of delay. So let's just say if I didn't have any kind of a thing on, this is what you would hear, just the delay. I have a little bit of delay. But now I want to incorporate that swell. Like you can incorporate chords, you can do like single note stuff. And it's one of those things that's really cool when you start doing. You can find yourself doing it, like overdoing it. But I just really want you to focus in on learning how to do it. So usually I strike the string and then I try to swell into the note. So it's like. And the thing about the swell is sometimes I'll choke the note. Sometimes I may let it resonate a little bit. You just have to really determine what you're trying to do. You don't want it to oversaturate and like bleed into the next note and like, because it can kind of rub the wrong way. So you want to be mindful and not to like let it bleed. So you kind of get the idea. Like I said, it's one of those things that you just got to work through in order to get it. So let's take a listen back to the song and play along with it. This is How Great Is Our God. concept. Like when you want to like solo or do some stuff like that, if you're like not really strong in the chording, you can use like single notes to kind of accent. Use that to kind of be like another voice whenever you start playing. The art of the swell will change the dynamics of how you play guitar, especially when it comes to gospel music, because it's an emotional thing. You want to think of like you're singing those notes. You're not just playing notes just for the sake of playing. You're you want to sing those notes, so you want to find a way that, like I said, you practice along with a song like this, like How Great Is Our God, because there's open space where you can just play the melody and swell into those notes. That'll change the overall feel and the dynamics of how you hear the song. It's really important when you're playing that kind of this particular style that you're always thinking of, I don't want to get in the way of the singer. I don't want to let the chord linger too long, the note linger too long, and to rub wrong with the next chord or whatever. So you have to be mindful of just picking your spots, ins and outs, so that way that it doesn't change the overall feel. Like if you find yourself that you're having some trouble with it, practice. I encourage you to get a volume pedal, or if you can use your guitar, there's certain people that use their volume pedal on their guitar. Volume switch on their guitar. I'm not really strong in that area because again, I've been using a volume pedal for so long, but it allows me to swell into those notes. It's one of those things you have to practice, adding a little bit of delay and some reverb on there so that way it can definitely sing. You master that art whenever you're doing that. It's going to change the dynamics and the feel of how you play worship music. So the art of the swell is something that you really got to hone in on because it changed the overall feel whenever you're playing the song.